are you? Welcome to my live. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. So, this topic, how are you guys, anyways? I haven't been on in about I think a few days. I haven't been on in a few days. I've been so busy in the week. It gets very crazy here. There's a glare, so let me see if I can get rid of it. Oh my gosh, the glare in the camera is killing me. So, how can I get rid of this glare? Okay, so let's see. I hope you guys are doing well. I haven't been on in about a week. I hope you guys are having a great week. We have one more day to go for the work week to end. I don't know if you guys work on the weekends, but one more day to go for me, and then that's it. My work week is done, and that's it. We're done with work. What has been happening? Nothing really interesting. Kids are in school, kids have sports, and it's pretty much the mom sports life. That's it. My life is revolved around kids and sports, pretty much. So I just work, bring kids to sports, and that's it. That's my life now until this season is over, which is in another month. So let's see. Let me get a little comfortable because I'm not comfortable. Okay, I think I'm a little comfortable now. So, yeah, my week is going great. It's almost the weekend. I'm so excited about the weekend coming up, to be relaxed and free. To relax and free. Guys, don't forget to like my live. But this live is pretty much about the girl code, because there's a topic trending online that this female was a friend with another girl, and she's now messing with the girl's baby daddy or kid's father. And if you're friends with a female, the girl code is that you don't look at any man that that girl dates. Hi, Polindo. How are you today? Guys, don't forget to like my life. The code for a girl, I'm doing good. Doing good, trying to be calm and relax. Almost the end of the week. I'm excited. I'm just ready for the week to be done. So I wanted to talk about the girl code because there's this story, is trending online about this girl. She's dealing with her friend's kid's father. And as a female, we know that's a no-no. If your friend or sister or cousin, anyone mess with a guy, the girl code is that guy's off limits. You're not supposed to deal with the same guy that your friends dealt with or that your sister or cousin, especially if it's a guy your girlfriend have a kid with. That guy is pretty much in her life forever. So why you as a friend, well, why would you mess with that guy? That's just too close for comfort. That's too close for comfort. So the girl code is that you don't mess with a guy that your best friend, a close friend, or anybody mess with. You don't even look at the guy. And so I had an incident that happened to me with the girl code. I went on a vacation with a friend, and we were on vacations. We weren't really dating the guys or anything. It was just a vacation. and there was a guy that I liked, and I was in the room with my friends, and I'm like, oh, I think this guy is really cute. He's cute. And it was just to talk to the guy, not to do anything. On vacation, girls like to have I don't know if every girl, this was way in my 20s, guys. So no, I don't do that. Sometimes on vacation, girls like to flirt with guys. So I was like, yeah, this guy is very cute. But I had a friend who she liked the same guy, but we're having a conversation and she said nothing. She said nothing that she also liked the same guy. But at the end of the day, it's like she approached the guy and it's like she took the guy pretty much. And guys, it wasn't my boyfriend or anything. It's just a guy on vacation. So I left it alone. I'm like, okay, you can have him because it's not like we're going to get married. You're not going to be my boyfriend. Nothing is going to happen. So that is something that a girl should never do. Like if your friend says she likes someone, you should step away or you should get permission before you even deal with the guy. So that's what I'm talking about, a girl code. That's what I'm talking about. Girl code. It's 8:28 p.m. here in where I'm from. So Pixie, where are you from? I'm sorry, Paulinda. I should have came on much sooner, and it is very late. I'm sorry. What 2:26 a.m. is pretty late for you to be up, but I understand that you're in bed. I didn't mean to come on this late, but I won't be on for long. I'll be on for a little bit. And I pretty much was talking about girl code. So you guys mention in the chat what you think. Have you guys had anything where you had a crush on someone or you had an ex that a close friend of yours or a sibling or someone mess with? I don't know why people think that's acceptable. To me, that's awkward. Like you're not supposed to share the same person your friend or a family member mess with. My voice is not feminine. I know. My voice is very feminine. What are you saying, African William? My voice is feminine, but I'm sick, like getting over a cold. But I could see why you would say that. Like I've never heard that my voice is not feminine. You're crazy. But also that yeah, I feel like if your friend share a child with a man or your as a guy, your friend date have a woman with a child, those are boundaries that you don't touch because those people are in their lives forever. And pretty much your friendship is done. So you didn't like your friend in the first place. You didn't appreciate your friend. To me, that person was not a friend. And sometimes friends will look into your relationship and think maybe that guy is a more financial advantage. So I'm going to go and deal with him so I could get money or something. But you don't know a guy unless you are a man or a woman, unless you live with them and you actually live with them. If you don't live with a person, you don't really know them because you know their temperaments when you're living in a house and you're in like a deep bonded relationship. So you never want to look at your friend's partner or your friend's your friend's, baby daddy or baby mother and say you want to have a relationship. To me, that is very awkward, and that person is not a friend to you. You're just there for an opportunity. And so this is going on in like the celebrity world. Yes, with them, I could see it's for money. They don't really care about relationships, deep bonded relationships, but they care about trying to get money. So they mess with each other's partners left and right, even if they're friends. They have no boundaries, have no morals, have no values. But I feel like people who do that, they have no morals, they have no values, they have no boundaries. Because for me to look at my friend's child's father and say, oh, I'm gonna have a secret relationship with him, that's awkward because I have to see my friend forever. And some people, they even have relationships with their, say, a mother daughter. They'll have a mother daughter say, the mother is not with her daughters. I've heard that mother daughter have the same boyfriend or they dealt with the same man. And that is awkward as hell to me. Like, why would you share a same man with your mother or daughter? That's just crazy. It's all about competition, all about envy, all about jealousy to me, or all about trying to, you know, get your money up, trying to get money where it don't mean. Really, Paulindo, you came again? Yeah, we're not in a moral world. I feel like people have lost their way. They're morally corrupt. People are morally corrupt. Thank you. This is your great grandpa. I wish I knew my great grandpa. So, yeah, I think people are morally corrupt. They don't have any morals or values. So, and a lot of people are trying to get their way out. They're trying to get ahead. So they'll do anything for money. You cannot do that for money. You have a friend. To me, some of my friends are like my sisters, and I would never ever, for some reason, me personally, I've never had an attraction to a man that my friends were with. Like, they're not attracted to me because once I know that's my friend's man, I don't have any attraction to them. They don't mean anything. So, to any girl who have an attraction to their friend's boyfriend or child's father, that is just creepy. It's creepy because why? You know that's your close friend. You know your friend has been with the person. Why do you want to be so close to your friend? That is just an intimacy that I don't need to share. And as sisters and cousins, it doesn't have to be friends. Some family members, you'll mess with someone and they want to mess with the person too. Why? To me, it's when people see that you're happy, they feel like they can get a piece of that happiness. Or if for some females, I would say, don't discuss whatever you go through with your partner, like in the bedroom, because some friends are envious. Like, you'll tell them that, oh, this your experience, and then they want to experience it too. But it's crazy. You're supposed to be able to have those talks with your friends and them not to feel any type of way. So that's why you really have to be careful of what friends you bring into your life and what people you surround yourself with, because those type of conversations, to me, it's normal if you're having it with a good friend or someone that you can trust. But it's we don't live in the stone age. Okay, so Paulinda, we don't live in the stone ages, so we're gonna see these things happening. I don't believe these things will stop happening where friends are trying to take friends' men, or you're dealing with someone, husband or baby daddy. But to me, it's a lot of people, what do you stand for? If you know the person, what do you stand for? Those are people that you're supposed to love, that you're supposed to cherish. So step into that, crossing the line, is, to me, you're breaking the friendship, or you didn't value the friendship that much. You didn't value your sisterhood. You're breaking the girl code. That's a girl code that it should not be broken. Right. You have to be contented with what you have. And most people are not. So you feel like women best friends could ruin relationship? I feel like if you have a friend that you had for a long time, and some people know their friends. If you have a friend that you knew for a long time, you probably know their temperament, you know who they are. But some friends are just there. You cannot tell them anything because you don't know what's in their head. Like they're pretty much schemers. And people might wonder, why do you have those type of friends? But some friends you have to keep a bay because right. And right, it's between you and your partner as well. You guys should have trust and understanding. But there's some people that are just very manipulative. They're just there to get what they can from men. They're just there to get manipulation from men, and but the girl code is real. The girl code is very real, and that's why a lot of women say, "Oh, they won't have friends," because friends will really come into your life to cut you dry. They're there, and they don't really respect you as a friend. They don't really like you as a friend. They're just there to get whatever you have, to just use you and abuse you, and to use you and abuse you. Thank you so much, Tammy. Right. Right, Salif. I do understand. Relationship is definitely about trust, communication, and understanding. But there's a lot of people who, but this probably don't have to do with a relationship. If I have an ex, like a baby daddy, and I have a close friend, and of course sometimes the friend have to be around that person. Say we have kids party, the friends have to be around. Say the guy's my ex, but that friend fall for that ex. That's really a no-no. You're not supposed to have any attraction to my kid's father. You can be cordial, but to have a full-blown relationship and then you're posting things online, that's weird. That's awkward. That's a no-no in the girl code world. Okay. So you would become best friends with your partner, is what you're saying, Polindo. We're talking about the girl code because there's a trend where a girl is messing with her friend's baby daddy. So we're talking about, is that acceptable? Would you be okay with that? Some people are okay with it. That's so true, Sally. You're so right. If you're having any issues with your partner, you should definitely deal with it with your partner. Don't bring third parties in with your partner, and definitely have the conversations at home. Don't talk to people about it. You have to definitely solve the problem with your partner, because some people will just take it as an advantage. They'll come in and just take your partner. And you know what? It probably won't last with them, because it won't last with them because when a man is going through something with a female and move on to the next, he's probably just moving on to have fun, to have a lighter weight. He's not trying to, build a full-blown relationship. You definitely should be best friends with your partner. My favorite movies, Love and Basketball. Right. They do use it against you. You have to be very careful with who you tell about your relationship and everything, because sometimes you'll be going through a rough spot and you just feel like talking, and you'll tell people how you're feeling at that moment. And then you and your spouse are lovey dovey. You just had an argument. You're lovey dovey. And the people on the outside won't understand. They'll be like, oh, they'll give you the side eye, but they won't understand. You're in a relationship, you're having an argument, and having an argument with your spouse doesn't mean you hate your spouse. It just means you guys are having a disagreement at that moment, but you guys don't hate each other. You're gonna make up once you communicate. But if you go outside and tell someone about your issues, they're not gonna understand, and then they might bring it up like a later date, and you might get upset because I told you that, but you're not supposed to harbor that in you. And some friends will. They'll harbor it and bring up every bad thing that your spouse good. But there's also some friends who don't judge. Like me, I don't judge. If my friends come to me with a relationship issue, I don't judge. I just say, oh, you guys have to work it out. And I don't judge based on that, because you know what? In every relationship, it's not perfect. I know people picture, there's a fairy tale picture online, like a relationship should be this, that, and the other, but it's not true. When you enter your own relationship, you will see that your relationship is based on you and your partner. It's not based on whatever they have on TV. It's not based, a relationship, your blue book to your or blueprint to your relationship, it's not what's on TV. You have to get to know your partner. You have to get to know what your partner likes, what your partner dislikes, and you have to get to know them. And that is your blueprint. You two are the only two that know what's good for your relationship. Hi, Louise. Hi, Game. Hi, Larissa. Oh, you're a pilot? Congratulations, 23-year-old pilot. That's pretty good. Yes, a relationship is definitely a two-way street. Yes, I think bro code is the same as sister code. You never mess with your brother's girlfriend, or you never mess with your friends, you know, your friends. You never mess with your friends. Nobody, nobody. Your friend's partner is off limits. I think so. It's off limits. It's off limits. It's just people don't get it. It's off limits. But people are so, they have no morals. They're low vibrational, like they say. So they'll they'll definitely, they'll overstep boundaries. They'll do things that are not right. Hi Zach, how are you? Okay, you need to get in touch with your employer who will. You're a girls game, you're a girls. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate it. So yeah, when you have to pretty much know your friends. If you're have certain friends, you tell them your problems and they definitely will try to make their way in, because people definitely will look at your life. They won't know what's going on. You can actually be having, so much a tumultuous relationship and they still don't know because you're not telling. But Justin Victor, no, I don't speak French. I'm sorry. Oh, that's nice, Zach. That's wonderful. But I hope you and your wife communicate and you and your wife have a great relationship. But I don't get why someone would mess with someone's baby daddy. The girl's been friends with the girl since, like 2018, 2019. But people are money hungry. These Instagram models or people on Instagram, they all get their body done and they're doing it for money. So these rappers are you telling me they're really only attracted to fake bodies? They're really attracted to this. So it tells you the morals and value. Um, yeah, it's revenge. It's revenge. It's revenge to try to get at your friend. But to me, if a woman do that to me, they're not my friends in the first place. Any friend who do crazy, shady things to me, in my mind, yes, I'll keep you a bay, but truly and deeply, I cannot see you as a friend anymore. If you do something to me that to me it's very shady, I cannot see you as a friend. You've changed into my eyes are different. I look at you totally different. Yes, I'll still be your friend from afar, but a deep, deep, true connecting friend, no. I have friends who they're like my sisters. But once you do something to me, that's it. it's very hard for me to come back. I'll come back, but I won't see you the same, which is unfortunate. But it's unfortunate. Okay, Zach, I cannot help you because I'm not a black man, okay? Rowan, I don't have a perfect relationship. You know, I cannot describe a perfect relationship. Your perfect relationship is up to you, you and your partner. You have standards. Everyone have standards that they live by. Everyone have their, you know, their list that they go by. What's a negotiable versus non-negotiable, what a partner can do versus a partner can do. So, a perfect relationship to me, I don't think there is a perfect relationship. There is no such thing as perfect because we're not perfect. So, how can a relationship be perfect? How can a relationship be perfect? I think where we go through ups and downs, but your relationship might be the way you want it to be. I cannot tell what a perfect relationship look like because my perfection may be different from yours. I definitely believe a relation or think or know that a relationship should have respect. You should be able to trust your partner. Your partner should be able to have your back. Your partner shouldn't gossip to other people about you. Your partner should be there for you. If you're sick, your partner should be there to help you get better. Your partner should be able to spend time and enjoy time together. You guys should be best friends. You should be able to lay in bed and talk about anything all night. You should be able to go on vacation with each other and enjoy each other. Have respect for each other. Yes, you're going to have ups and downs, but at the end of the day, have respect and don't let people think on the outside that that you don't respect your partner. Dorsal, I have no thoughts in that because I'm not that, so I don't understand. Well, your husband or wife or your boyfriend or girlfriend. Partner is just very easy to say when you're talking on here. Well, Zach, if she have a fetish, then wouldn't you feel insecure being her husband? Okay, so leave. See you later. David, your friend really went behind your back? David, your your friends really went behind your back? Yeah, yeah, husband or wife. It's just sometimes it's easier for you to say partner, but yeah, the partner, I'm sorry, your husband or wife in your relationship, you guys have to set the tone. You have to set the tone. Some people might think my relationship is not an ideal and they'll talk about it, but they're not in the relationship because certain things that goes on in my relationship, they might look at it and say, oh, I will never accept that, or you guys are not happy based on what's happening in your relationship. But those are people from the outside looking in. No one knows about your truly knows about your relationship but you two, the two people involved in the relationship. Yes, you let people know little bits here and there, but they don't know. They don't know. That's my door, my little, I get very small and disappear in that closet when I want to get away from my family. And there's always going to be people on the outside looking in on your relationship constantly. And if you made a mistake before, maybe publicly or online, then people are constantly they'll judge you for life. They won't let it down. So people will constantly be on the outside looking in, family, friends, but you can't let them determine your relationship. You cannot let them determine They don't determine, because who are you with in your house? You're with your husband or wife, right? Who's taking care of the household? Your husband and you. So, or your wife and yourself. The people outside are not helping, they're just talking. So you have to focus on the person who you're building a life with, you're raising a family with, you're trying to create, the life that you want. I don't know, whatever life you want. If you want to retire in a farm, you want retire on the islands, whatever life you want and goals that you have, if you and your partner are working towards it, what the outside people or the outside noise have to say, it should not affect you. And as you get older, you'll learn to understand that the outside noise don't mean anything, because at the end of the day, the people outside are not going to help you. If you need help, the people in your household will help you more. Your husband will help you more than the people outside. Not even your outside mom and dad sometimes won't help you. Yes, you'll have a close relationship, but the way your husband helps you or your wife help you, the outside noise, your siblings, your cousins, your friends, they will not help you. What are you saying? Koala, I don't get what you're saying. It definitely have to do with loyalty. You definitely have to be loyal to your partner. Your partner have to be loyal. And we're talking about girls code or bro code, but we're on relationships. So I guess it does have a lot to do with, relationships. Like when your friend have a respect for your relationship, they will not go ahead and try to get with your partner. When your friend have a relationship for the relation, if you have an ex, if your friend respected that relationship, they wouldn't try to get with your ex. If you have a baby daddy, your friend and your friend respected your relationship, they wouldn't try to get with your baby daddy. But if your friend know that that baby daddy or baby mom, it was a bad person, he wasn't a good relationship person to you, treated you bad, then maybe she'll try to get in for money. Right. When you're with your parents, you listen to your parents, but adults living with their parents don't listen to their parents. So when you have to listen to your parents when you're a younger child, but most kids at an older age, if they move back in with their parents, they don't listen to their parents. They think they're adults, so you can't really talk to them the way you would talk to them as a child. So, yes, you have to listen to your parents for sure when you're a child, but an adult child, no, they're not going to listen. That's why I don't condone living with an adult child. I don't. But I can't say no. If you need help as an adult kid, yes, your parents should help you, but you should have respect for them. Have respect for the household. Some kids still act like kids when they're adults, they act like small children. They act like small children. Right, Daniel. I think many people are really jealous and envious of your relationship. It's weird. I have a friend like sometimes I'll say, but the friend is not the same sex friend, which we're like Salif said, we're not supposed to really go and talk about whatever we have with our partners. But I try not to. I don't try not to. My thing is if I get upset at one thing, I'll talk to someone who I know won't say a thing. So it's a opposite sex friend, and they'll listen to you but they won't judge. I think a male friend is better to talk to sometimes about if you have relationship issues, because the male friend is not, they won't judge. They're different than females. I don't know, my male friends, they're different. They don't judge, and they're not going to tell you to break up, and they don't hold anything against males. Don't really hold any judgment when you tell them stuff, because they just think, oh my god, you're just ranting right now, you don't mean anything by whatever you're saying. I think, yes, Ali, culture play a lot part with the parents and kids. But I feel like the American kids, they just don't have respect. Like, I'm a Jamaican, and yeah, I did live with my parents a little bit as an adult child, not for long. Luke, I'm not ball, hon. But I respected the rules. I had to pay some bills, but these kids, they just want to live for free now. Your bill, Fred. You guys are all my friends. Hi, KDP writer. Okay, Salif. Yes, you're from London, but living in, yeah. So I'm from the Jamaican culture, but I'm raising kids. My kids, I would consider them American kids. So my kids, even though I was raised, I'm from a Jamaican background, was raised with Jamaican parents. They're raised to me, my upbringing of them is kind of like American culture. But I'm still very strict and try to be very strict with them because I tell them, you have to leave my house at a certain age. You have to either get a degree or get a trade or something. Uh, I refuse to raise a grown-up child. I feel like that's so crazy, but that's another topic for another day. That's just another topic for another day. Raising these grown up kids have a lot of audacity. They just feel like because they live with mom and dad, everything you have is for them. But no, you raise the kids up until they're 18, and then you send them off to college or send them off to something that can help them. No one is raising a child for the child to struggle. That is ridiculous. I don't feel like there's any freedom in America at all. You just work, you pay bills, you work, you pay bills. But I feel like what we need to do, everyone who's in America and working, make sure you find time for yourself. Make sure you go on your vacations, you take your weekends off. If it's snowing outside, like we had these bad snowstorms, call out of work. Don't rush into work to hurt yourself. I take pride in my life and my safety, so I try my best any free time that I have to enjoy myself with my family. So, right, Salif, I feel like the British and England kids are just like these American kids. These children in America feel like they're entitled. And I feel like a lot of parents just spoil their kids, especially maybe first generation or the Caribbean generations, because they feel like maybe what they didn't have a lot in the 90s, so now they do everything to spoil their kids because kids pretty much, these kids have everything. They don't want for anything. They don't understand what poor is. I don't know if, well, based on the kids around me, I would say they don't know what it is. They feel like entitled, like whatever they want, they could get. So that's what I would say, the advice I would say to parents in America. Stop raising these kids like they're entitled. And some people might say they are entitled, but no, these children should learn to work hard for whatever they want. They shouldn't just have everything they at their fingertips. To me, it's just spoiling them and it's not teaching them how to work hard. So that's why I also have my kids in sports, because it teaches them how to work hard and how to work for something that they really want. Oh, you were in Jamaica? Yeah. Jamaica is nice. KDP writer, where are you located? Well, America, I don't say America is a bad life. I don't have a bad life in America. I'm just saying I don't feel like Americans are free because pretty much what are Americans doing? They have to work, get up every day, work, pay bills, and then that's pretty much it. They socialize when they want to. They socialize, they go on vacations, but you have to work every day. So I feel like as an American or as a person, You have to be smart with your money. You have to budget so that you can retire early. You cannot live in this because me personally, I think it sometimes can be slavery. You're trapped. You have to work in order to pay your bills. You have to think wisely as an investor entrepreneur to try to get out of it. Yes, Salif. Jamaica is very nice. I love Jamaica. The vibes is very good. I know I always travel with kids, but next time I want to go with no kids, just to enjoy it without kids. Where are you located, KDP? You said you used to be here, but you haven't mentioned where you're from. But I think with living anywhere, it's up to you to make your life the way you want to. There's lots of opportunities in America to make your life great. It's just up to you. It's up to you. So you're in Nigeria. I'm happy that you're there. So you're half American, half Nigerian. So you live in Nigeria now. So in life, it's up to you to make your life the way you want it to be because like the quote says, life is what you make it. So there's more opportunities in Nigeria more than America, you think? Oh, you're from Mississippi. I've never been to Mississippi. I live in the north. I've never been to Mississippi. Hi, how are you? Guys, please don't forget to like my live. So, life is what you make it. If you want to be free, you want to be financially free, you have to live on a budget. If you want to retire at a certain age, you have to live on a budget. There's plenty of jobs that you can work and retire. There's plenty of careers that you can make a lot of money from. So a lot of people will say they're struggling. And sometimes I understand why the Instagram models and all those girls are on there because they're getting money that way. Yeah, America is full of opportunities, but a lot of people, they just want to be up here quickly. They want to be at the top fast. They don't want to climb their way. But in life or in a career, you have to climb your way to the top. It doesn't always, you don't start off at the top. If you start at the top, you probably will fall sometimes. You have to um, climb your way up. Work hard. A lot of people, especially I've known people who they're getting evicted and stuff, and they're like, no, I won't work at McDonald's. You're getting evicted because you have no money. So you won't work to get money. Money is money. As long as it's good money, you're making money. As long as it's good money, you're making money. Thank you, Salif. Oh, wow. That's a nice career, KDP writer. So you can pretty much live everywhere in that career type. You can travel all over and just do that anywhere you want to do it. So life is definitely what you make it. A lot of people, so many opportunities. Sometimes you have to go back to school. A lot of people is like, um, no, school is not for me. Go to a trade school, go to a school. Why would you struggle? In America, there's so much opportunities that you do not have to struggle. And when you guys see people are struggling, it's because they don't want to try. They don't want to try because they have school. They provide free schooling for some people. But a lot of people will say it's hard. America is can be hard, but also there's ways that you can get ahead in America. You just have to be smart and find the right crowd, find the right people, do more research. I'm saying it all. Do more research. Do research. They have, investment, everything. There's no way people should. I'm not saying some people will struggle. You know what I don't understand in America? The homelessness. There's so much homeless. Do you guys know that California is the richest state in America? It's the richest state in America. You make more. It's the richest state, and it has almost the most. I don't know if it has the most homelessness. I believe it does. I have to do my research. Don't quote me. But I drove down Skid Row before, and it was terrible. The amount of homelessness, terrible. So that's what I don't comprehend in America. Why are there so many homeless people? It should definitely be stopped, definitely be fixed. And I know we're so off topic. It's so rampant. So the other day I was in Boston, Massachusetts, and we have snow all over the ground. There's snow everywhere. I saw a man laying outside with a blanket. I think he just had a jacket on. He looked like he was on something, but it was snow on the ground. He was laying outside on the snow. I saw him, and my eyes just, tears came to my eye because for the cops to pass that or anybody, he's sitting in the snow and everyone is just driving by like it's normal. If it's warm outside, I would get someone being out there homeless, but this is ice snow, snow on the ground, you know? You get frostbitten, you can pretty much die out there. I know you can die from the heat too, but at least they can have shade. This is freezing cold. So I've never in my life seen a homeless person in the snow before. This is my first time in all my years in the United States. So that was a shocker for me. That was definitely a shocker. It was about 32 degrees, so it was much warmer, but still there was snow on the ground. But I think with him, he probably was on some form of drugs because there's no way you can sit in that, lay a blanket out there in the snow, and they probably move him because I was only there, I was passing by and I saw it. Yeah, I think it comes from education. I think a lot of people fight against education, where I think education is such the opportunities there. They have community colleges, they have scholarships, they have ways in America that you can get your communication. A lot of people think you have to go to a big university. No, you do not. You can go to a community college. You can go to the community college, get your grades up, go get and then transfer to a big 4-year university. They have trade schools where you can go to trade school and get a trade right out of high school. They have trade school in America. And there's so many different trades. There's so many different trades that they have. It's not limited just to a plumber, electrician. They now have criminal justice in trade schools. There's so much opportunity. So if someone say, "Oh, there's no opportunity," they're lying. There's a lot of opportunities. Salif, I'm not single. When did I say I was single? KP Ryder, I agree with you about the education. Education is definitely the key for betterment. And I think a lot of people, they learn the hard way. Some people learn later in life, but the good thing is with education, you can get an education at any time in your life. But the best thing is to do it when you're younger. You can get it done when you're younger, when your brain is functioning, your brain is ready, your brain is, it's clear. Your mind is clearer when you're younger. You're right out of high school. Go get your education. Get your education, and then you can get your career and then have fun in your 20s. People want to have fun early and then work early. No, that's backwards because you'll struggle that way. Unless you're an entrepreneur who have a bright idea and you can make it big like the Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, the Zuckerberg guys from Facebook. I would not be happy to leave. Really, KP writer? Really? You're a writer, so formal, informal, and non-formal. Interesting. Yes, that sounds right. That sounds right, KP. Right. Right, KP. There's people who do, they do HVAC, plumbing, electrician, and those people make money because if you have a house, you need those. People live in a house, right? So you're constantly going to need you're constantly going to need those type of people. HVAC for AC, you need that constantly. So there's so mechanic, people need help with cars. Even if they're coming out with the AI cars, people will still need human power. So a lot of people, they want their kids to be lawyers and doctors and engineers. And yes, we all want our kids to be that. But what if your kids don't want to be it? You cannot force your kids to do what they don't want. They have to want their own career and they want to have their own life. But as I'm saying, there's a lot of options for them. It's broad. Not every child will be a professional athlete. Like less than 1% will make it to, the NBA or the NFL. A lot of parents are focused on that, but it's very rare that a kid get into those professional sports. So, yeah, for definitely education is the key. Yes, Salif, you definitely need a good woman. You definitely need a good woman. I think, yes, a lot of successful men need good women, but we were talking about relationships before, and I think you both need each other to be successful. You guys have to work together because you don't want one partner successful and the other don't. You both have to work and help each other. And that's why it's a partnership, it's a relationship. It shouldn't be one up here and one down here. It's not even 50-50. It's just equal where one person lacks, someone picks up, and vice versa, because sometimes you might lack and your husband or wife can pick up the slack or vice versa. So yes, guys, education is the key, and I hope everyone, if you have children on my live, you have to push them, you have to focus on them. A lot of these kids are so addicted to these games, and if you don't force them to read, or I try to take my kids out of the house, they're in sports, me personally, and they're boys, and I'm not saying girls can't be taken out of the house, but you have to force your kids to be in sports because these games are not working. They're killing these kids' brains. They're killing these kids' brains. So I will look into it, KP writer. I don't know anyone. I know that my cousin, he's 17, he just wrote a book. He published a book. He wrote a children's book and he published it on Amazon. I have to post the book up on my story, but that was good. Oh, Salif, you have three boys. I have all boys. And with my boys, I have to really push them because I feel boys can be a bit lazy. Like, and I don't compare my children to me, but when um when I was younger, I was very studious, and these kids, you don't see that. I was very studious and I read lots of books. I would just come home and sit and write books or write in my diary, things like that. I also was in sports, but these kids, you have to push the books in them. They're not willing to come home and pick up anything. So you have to pretty much force them. I don't know if that's a boy thing, but these kids in these times, these kids in 2026, they don't really like school. So you have to force school onto them. School is not their favorite. Yeah, I have my kids run track because, yeah, they were full of energy. So I would take them to the track. I would run with them and do lots of things with them. What do I do? I'm talking, Kate. I work in the White House, like someone would say. My job is quite interesting, but I don't talk about it. It's a pretty good career. It's a good career. Oh, that's okay. So if you have a co-parenting situation, so you get to be free sometimes. That's why you were in Jamaica, because you're free. That's the thing about men. They get to be free once they're not with the mom of the kids. Some guys, they end up raising the kids. They end up, raising the kids with them. But boys are a lot of work. So it's great that you're in their lives and you're helping, because boys are a lot, and they jump. Whatever they say about boys is definitely the truth. Thank you. Whatever they say about boys is definitely the truth. They jump, they fight. Boys will fight 1 minute and then make up the next. I don't understand that. 1 minute they're fighting and and the next minute they're back to normal. At least they don't hold grudges. Girls will probably hold grudges if it was them, but boys, they're fun. I just think boys are fun. I was meant to be a boy mom. I was meant to raise boys. So definitely I would say with your kids, put them in sports, make sure you drill education on them. You used to? I am Trey. Why? Don't hold grudges, hon. Just succeed. Just get better and they'll hate you, okay? Don't ever hold judge. Just get better. The best thing that you can do, guys, with getting people mad at you is just have success. Make yourself better, work on yourself. Stay in your corner and work on yourself, improve yourself. And there would be no point in holding a grudge, because everyone will be mad that you made yourself successful. So that's the only grudge you should hold, becoming successful. So, yeah. So pretty much I just wanted to talk for a few. I know we went really off topic because the topic was supposed to be girl code, but someone says guy code too. It's girl code and guy code. Don't mess with a partner that your friend have messed with, or don't mess with your friend's baby daddy. Don't flirt with them. Don't do nothing, because that is awkward. That's just not right. Don't You can be cordial. Of course, you guys are all friends, but don't flirt. That's just rude, or don't try to mess with them. Yes, that's very good, Trey. You have to level up, like they say. Yep, you have to level up. Don't hold grudges, because what are grudges going to do to you? It's going to make you like think about those people that you're holding the grudge against forever. And why would you have them live rent free in your head? Thank you so much, Salif. I get that a lot about my eyes. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, yeah, guys, so be careful about who you have in your life. And the girl code and the guy code is very important. Don't hold grudges, because the grudges, whatever grudges you hold, it just hurt you. You have to learn how to let go. How do you let go? You let go by leveling up, pretty much. You have to level up and focus on yourself, making yourself better and your kids better. I feel like when we have kids and when we have, a family, you have to work very much to make your family better, because at the end of the day, no one is going to help you. I always tell this story. I remember one time I had, it wasn't a major surgery, and the only person who was there was my husband in the hospital. Mind you, I have a mom, I have a dad, I have sisters and brothers in the same state. And I had to be in the hospital, I think, for one day, but still, the only person that came by was my husband. So I think of things like that. I'm not saying I love my family, but you only focus on your family in your house and trying to level them up. Focus on getting your kids the best opportunity and make sure my skin is okay. Thank you so much. My skin is okay. I have, I am Trey, yeah. There's a lot of people who don't have morals, and it's just weird as you get older, it's you see it more. You notice the people lack more morals. And I feel like social media is a major part of it. And social media, they have these quotes from these people with no morals, and they're teaching others. They're just teaching people to have no morals and have no values and just do whatever they want to do. And in life, you cannot do that. You have to have empathy and think about other people and think about your actions, but no one cares about karma. No one seemed to care about karma in 2026. They're just doing whatever they want, guys. Look at those files that came out, and the people that most people look up to, the celebrities that are on these files. Look at these files that came out and what they did to children, and these big, big people in Hollywood, big celebrities. It's just crazy to me. And people actually, the common folks actually look up to them. People are definitely copying each other to leave. I do agree with that. But to me, you have to have your own walk. You can't copy someone. Yes, they are selling the same clothes, they're selling the same thing, same clothes that you can buy in the store. Yes, but your morals and values should be you. Your personality traits should be you. Right from wrong should be you. As an adult, you should know right from wrong. You should have morals. You should understand. People are getting these fake bodies, builder body, but they lack morals. They lack empathy. They lack having being nice and compassionate to others. They don't care about karma. Yeah, Prince Andrew was arrested, and those pictures are not nice. But it shows you what people with money do, Salif. They do crazy things, and they're, yes, I'm all natural, hun. I'm all natural. Sometimes I want to get my tummy tucked because it's taken a long time to be flat. Not tucked, but they have the lipo, but no, I will not do it because I don't like pain, so I will just stick to it. I'll wear my spank like everyone do or work on it. Prince Andrew, and they're saying the Clintons were in it. Oprah is there. It's too much. Everyone that a lot of people look up to, and they were doing this to children. And when you have kids, you have to think that's horrible. That's why Hollywood is weird to me. You notice all those kids who are just, they've been crushed, they weren't protected. But that's a conversation for another day about those kids. And we have to just protect our children because too many people are out there. Too many people are out there that just want to hurt children and others. So, oh, wow. Yeah, I feel like Salif, they'll be arresting a lot of people. They will be arresting more people, and some of them we're gonna be shocked about. Now there was like a picture program that the kids I learned in my town, like a major, the picture programs that the kids when the kids take the photos at school, they have a company that come out and take the pictures. There was a CEO for one of these picture company that was a part of the list. It was a part of the list. I think I forgot the name of the picture company. They come to schools in America, they'll take pictures, like they'll take, fall photos or spring photos for the kids. And then this company, the CEO was a part of the files. So the schools, I feel like it's mostly elementary schools, and they found one of elementary kids, the pictures were compromised. So the schools cut the partnership with this company because of the CEO. I know nothing about the cover-ups, Salif, but I'm sure we're gonna hear a lot. I think this is a talk of the town now, these files, but I hope it does make a difference. It will change people's mind to stop glorifying and stop trying to look up to celebrities or people with money like they're God, or they have those people with money have no morals and values. They think they can do whatever they want. You have money. Why would you mess with little kids, Why are you doing that to little children? That's insane to me. And they're saying one of the guys who's on the list, he's the one who set the trend in the 90s. I think he was the one guy on the list. He set the trend on how girls dress for like Victoria's Secret models. When we had, not we, but they had like the shorts that came out with the words at the back. He made it for high school girls because he was into high school girls. So there's a lot going out. Why is it so? I have not been on the news lately, but didn't we have a State of Union the other day? I will have to check what's happening. But I just saw something popped up about Hillary and Bill Clinton that they had to they're having a meeting, like they're prosecuting them quietly, like it's not going to be in a big courthouse, but they're having a meeting with someone about their names being on the files. So they're being interrogated at this, I don't know if it's at this moment, but they're being interrogated about their names being on it. So it's been quiet. It's not, I don't think it's quiet, Sally. You're probably in England, so you're not hearing all the noise that's going on over here. They're certainly trying to hide. A lot of these companies are trying to not trying to be pardoned so their names won't come out. Because once your names come out, those companies are going down. A lot of them will be losing money. A lot of them will be losing partnerships. A lot of them will be going under. A lot of them will be going under. So we'll see. Hopefully things will get better. Thank you, Pastor. Hi, Pastor. How are you? Sorry about that. My little munchkin was, Yeah, I know there's a lot in Congress. There's a lot, trust me. There is a lot. It's just crazy what they were doing. It's just, to me, it's baffling. But you know what? I'm not surprised by what these billionaires are doing. I'm not surprised. A lot of people are quiet because they probably know their names are going to be on the list, and they're just trying to set themselves up. They're trying to put things in order because they know that their names are going to go on the list. And my thing is, if you knew you were doing this, does it make sense? The guy knew he was doing this thing that was not right. Why would you have a list? Why would you have names out there? So he went down, now he's taking everyone down with him. That's why you should not trust anyone or don't be a part of these secret organization. But I'm happy these people are going down, because you know what they were doing to children are not good. I don't like anyone who messes with children, anyone who essay children, or anyone who essay women. It's not good. You children, once they're, that's it, their innocence is gone. And some of these men are doing it to little boys. That's it for those little boys. So to me, you reap what you sow, pretty much. You reap what you sow. Right. For every reason, there's a reason. You know, every action, there's a consequence for your action. So there's a consequence. There'll be consequences for what happens or what happened to those children. And sometimes I don't want to get too deep into the Epstein, oh, I would say the files. I didn't really want to say it on here. I don't want to get too deep because I know I'm going to be so, sad for what happened to the children, because it went on for years. It went on from in the 90s. Imagine how many children got hurt. That's a lot of children over the years with no protection. And they said Michael Jackson was, yes, there's a lot of children that was on the island. Lots of children that they said some of the kids from Oprah's school got missing. And also, they said Michael was trying to protect the children. That's why he had the Neverland Ranch, because he was trying to protect the children. But I don't know how true that is, but it has to be children. Yep, it's had to be children. It was children. That's why they're children and women. And I'm sure they had young men in there. But I have to read more. I'm trying to avoid it because it's such a heavy case. I see clips and pieces come up, but it's very sad, Alicia, very sad. It's very heavy. And also, we have to be careful as to why they're pushing this into our faces. Why are they pushing these files into our faces? Because what's happening in the background, what's going on in the world that they have to push these files? Because these files are pretty much the people involved. They have to get reprimanded and arrested or whatever. But what impact does it have on us? What, I guess it protects the children. It's saying you have to protect your children. But what impact does it have now on us? What's going on? So we have to be careful and pay attention to the news and pay attention to what's going on around us. We still have to live, but you be aware and be alert of what's going on, because there's so much happening in the world. Like I said, it's so heavy. Sometimes I have to take a break from the news and just focus, meditate and stay into my little corner, because there's so much going on. There's so much going on. And some of the things we cannot help, but still we can talk about it and try to make a change. I don't know if they're going to be protests or whatever for these files, but I do think a lot of people will be losing their companies and their jobs. Trust me, because too many children were involved. Too many children were involved. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. I know it's late. It's 9:37 p.m. here and I have to work in the morning. Thank you, I am Trey. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Don't forget to like my channel, like the live, guys. But no, I am Trey. Right. I agree with Salif. You know what? They're on that island. They're gone. They won't be able to found because they're no longer on Earth. How are you? They're no longer on Earth, so they won't be able to be found. So I think that's why a lot of people they're being reprimanded for their actions because what they did was not good because they know a lot went on. Probably most some of the things that went on the island, the people or the children that were abused will come out. They'll talk about it. They'll come out and let us know what happened and or a lot of them are not here, but that's why they're trying to hide it because there's too much happening. But yes, Salif, unless we were there, because I feel like some of the court documents will be hidden because these companies will pay. But we'll see. We'll just have to pay attention and see what happens when the files come out. We have to definitely pay attention. And like they say, stay woke. You have to stay awake. You have to stay awake. Are they hiding everyone's name? I don't, maybe some of them got pardoned. A lot of them got pardoned, but I don't know why they're hiding the names. I would have to do more research. But I don't think they'll be hiding everyone's name. I think a lot of will be shocked by the amount of people's names that are gonna come out. A lot of people names are gonna come out. Oh, oh, Salif. Maybe the people's name that they're hiding are not like celebrities. I'll have to research more. Like I said, I see clips and pieces of the files, but it's so heavy and so deep that sometimes I don't want to look into it, but I definitely will probably later on or tomorrow. And then I'll probably talk about it one day because it's too much. And these people had money. They had money and they were doing this to children. So with all their money, that's what they had no other fun. But right, I know they were. He's on it. And see, that's the person we look up to. Well, I don't look up to him, but why were they there? Yes, I do like chocolate, but I can't eat chocolate like that because my skin will break out. So I can't eat chocolate like that. It's not good for my skin. Um, I could only eat like dark chocolate, but I do eat the regular chocolate and just take the consequences sometimes. So yeah, I saw that Jay-Z was on it and Oprah is also on it. Oprah is also on it, and she's a big influence. She's been a big influencer for a long time. And Jay Z, yeah, you have Rock Nation, and they've just, with their money, they've done stuff, they've done things, inhumane things to human beings. So, and those are not people that we should be looking up to. We should look up to people who are morally correct and doing the right thing. And my spirit never took Oprah from the beginning. My spirit, I don't think my spirit took Jay Z either. Something just I can feel it through the phone. Like some of these people are just I just don't get attached to them the way people are to celebrities. I can't because to me I refuse to put them in a godlike light. They're not gods to me. They're just regular humans with a career that requires them to be in our faces. That's just your job. Yeah, they hate 50 cents, but I don't think 50 Cent is innocent either. He have things in the background that he have done, but I guess people like what he's doing now, so they're clinging to him, but he's like everyone else. He's been in the Hollywood world for a long time. So I don't think he's clean. I don't think so. But he's probably better now. I think they all have things that they've done that they're not proud of, just like everyone else on earth. But the things that they do is just, it's on a higher level. It's on a level that as regular people, we can't imagine or fathom the things that they've been doing behind closed doors. Once you have money, you know you get away with anything pretty much. So let that sink in. Once you have billions of dollars and millions of dollars, you can get away with a lot of things that regular folks cannot get away with. So that's what happened. That's what's happening on these files. That's what's happening on these files. That's what's happening on these files. Guys, please don't forget to like my live. That's what's happening on these files, and I feel like we'll know for sure very soon. Trust me, there's so much happening. Look at what's happening in Mexico and all those places. There's so much. I have to watch the news because the news is very heavy. So I try not to watch it, but um, the thing about the Congress or the judges canceled the tariffs on the country. That was that was really good. They canceled the tariff, so now our president might have to pay the people back who paid the extra taxes. I saw that, and what's happening in Mexico, that is kind of crazy to me, but it's just a lot happening, a lot. I think 2026 will be a year of revelation. We'll know a lot will be happening. And we just have to, make sure you stay awake, stay woke, protect your peace, protect your energy. I know we'll see a lot, we'll hear a lot, but you cannot let this get to you because you know what? Your life have to go on. Your life have to move forward. Now I'll try my best to come on tomorrow, guys, because it's Friday night. Um, but I will try my best to come on live tomorrow. I'll pick a topic. If you guys want a topic, you can absolutely put it on my community page and I'll see if that's something I want to talk about. And if you guys want to come on live, you can. Let me know because normally when I do it so that you guys can join, no one joins. So I stopped doing it because no one joins my lives, but it's okay. I'll try my best to come on tomorrow, but I also have a very busy weekend. My weekend is very busy. Yes, mental health. Sometimes I disconnect off social media because I cannot take it with my mental health. There's too many things that's placed into my face, and there's too many people that they're strangers. Most of these influencers and what we're hearing about the Epstein file. It's like I'm hearing about all these strangers that really, yes, what they're doing is not good, but they don't have any immediate or personal impact to me. So I don't want to keep them in my head. So that's why sometimes I will disconnect from social media because I don't know most of these people. And what they're doing is inhumane. And I don't want to, I don't want to go to sleep with that in my head. So tomorrow I'll try to go on and try to do it where I can add others to the live and then you guys can come on and chat as well. But I definitely would say for you guys to take a break from social media if you need to. Take a rest. take a day or two. One time I took about maybe a week or so, or even longer. I didn't go on any social media. I will go on YouTube sometimes just to watch the news or watch podcasts, but like scrolling through TikTok and Instagram, I haven't been on Facebook for a very, very long time because Facebook was very toxic for me. So I would say in 2 to 3 years I have not been on Facebook, but I do try to take my break. Yes, I feel like I'm older now. When social media started, I think I was in my early 20s when people really started posting, and then they started everything. We did this, we did that. It was really fun for me to do then. I would go out with my friends and do everything. You post everything. But once you get older, you just change. You just change. In the summertime, I try to walk with my friends, be outside, just be present in your life because life is short. We can't get life back. We cannot get life back. We can't get this moment that me and you are talking on this live. We cannot get this back. So you also have to connect and spend time with your children. I know I'm on here sometimes I won't come on because I have to connect and talk and have conversations with my kids as well. My sign is a Gemini. You can tell by the way I talk, right? Geminis like to talk. What's your sign? Geminis like to talk. We talk a lot. Um, and we actually get along with we don't get along with everyone, but we can not relate. Okay. So are you a Mayborn? Hi, FCC. I'm good. How are you doing? How are you doing tonight? Oh, you're a Libra. Are you a September Libra or October Libra? Well, I hope you have a wonderful night, FFC. Salif, you can wish, but I hope you find the person that you're supposed to be with. Salif, I just wish that happens for you. Oh, you're an April Taurus. Okay. You're an April Taurus. You're at the very end. October 3rd, Libra. They said Libras and Geminis are air signs. We're air. We're on the same. But do you guys really believe in the zodiac? I don't always believe in it. I'll say I'm a Gemini, but I have some traits that it does not. I think I have Taurus traits because my birthday's in May, and I have some type of Taurus traits because I think Taurus people kind of, they're not that, they like to be to them. They're not social. I don't know. I think I have Taurus traits because I'm a May Gemini. So I think at the beginning of May, you have the Taurus, and I think I have Taurus traits. I'm mixed because I'm right there at the cusp. Oh, you're Turkish. So you don't understand what I'm saying? FFC, is it translating for you? Oh, you're a Libra. Khalif, yeah, you're like close to my cousin. She's a Libra too. I have Libra's cousin. They say Geminis and Libra are on the same side of the zodiac. Are we alike? They're saying we have similar traits, but I don't know if we do. Okay, the translation is really good. That's good. FFC. That's nice that you're getting the translation. That's pretty cool. Yes, Taurus are the bulls, so they're stubborn. They're stubborn. I haven't, dated Taurus. I have not. Did I? Oh, yes, I did. He was quite, I'm not like, please don't take this wrong, but I feel like they're kind of boring. But I think it was a May one, not an April one. So maybe there's a difference. I don't, if you write me in Turkish, I hope it translates. Okay, I think the April ones are might be different from the May ones. Because as a Mayborn, we do like having fun, but May people, or we like to be by ourselves, but we have a lot of friends. It's kind of weird. We like to be by our friends, but we like to be alone. We can be social, but then we're also antisocial. And to me, I was more social when I was younger. So me and my friends, we used to go out like every weekend, like every Friday, Saturday. When we were in our early 20s, I think we slowed down like towards our late 20s, going on 30. We were always dressing up, always going out. Oh, you're from the hood. Hi Ari, how are you today? How are you today? I haven't heard from you in a while. Okay, to me, it's very good to be humble in life. You always have to be humble. You always have to be humble. Yeah, I think Libras are nice people. I've never dated a Libra guy before. I don't think I have any Libra male friends. I have Libra male, a female friend. FFC, I cannot chat to anyone on Instagram. I could only do live. I told you guys I'm married. I cannot chat personally to you on Instagram. I have I haven't been on in a few days, but you caught me at the end of my live hour because I'm getting off very soon. But don't forget to like my live. Don't forget to like my live. But I will definitely try to go on. FFC, what do you want to talk about? You need some counseling? Because I can't talk to you and you're in Turkey. No FFC. I don't even have any friends for you. I don't even have any friends for you. Okay, the live stream was started a while ago. So, oh, you're saying you wanted to join the chat. That's so true, Quay. You can't, sometimes you have to be careful of who you let in your life, because once you become nice to people, they get comfortable and they think they can do whatever they want to you. They just treat you like really, really bad. And they have no boundaries. So you have to set boundaries for your own life. You have to set boundaries and you have to show people who you are. Sometimes you treat yourself, you know how you are, right? You know how you treat yourself, you know how you carry yourself. So if someone comes into your life and they're not treating you the way that you want to be treated, it's okay to cut them from your life. Because you might think you're the king or you're the queen, but some people might come in your life and because they're haters or whatever, they will not see you in that light. And it's okay, but you can't be in my life if I treat myself as a queen and you can't even treat me as a queen, as a friend, as a lover, as a mom or dad. You have to go. Because guess what? I have high standards and have high values for myself. And if you can't see that, you cannot be my friend, or you cannot be my friend. Thank you, Chief. You're about to become debt free and money will be constant. Are you a psychic, Chief? Is that what you see in my future? Is that what you see in my future? Self love. Yes, you have to love yourself first, guys, because people will come and take advantage. I'm sorry, FFC. I'm speaking English. I thought you guys understood English. I'm so sorry. I thought you understood English. Yeah, it's all about self love. If you can't love yourself, then people are going to treat you how they want to treat you. Because if you don't love yourself, people will come in and see that you don't love yourself. You have to love yourself first. Some people will put their kids in front of them, they'll put their partner in front of them, but no, you come first always, because it's your body, your mind, your soul. You come first. Once you love yourself, then you can portray that love onto others. Once people see that you're a no nonsense person, they will come in your life and treat you how you deserve to be treated. FFC, no, we you can talk to me online, but no. Yes, Salif, I deserve to be spoiled. And that's how I feel, because guess what? I have a dad that spoiled me. So I'm a spoiled girl. My husband knows I'm a spoiled girl. I just don't settle for less. And he knows. Because I will tell you about yourself if you enter my life and don't want to treat me how I want to be treated. I don't mind removing myself from people's lives, okay? That's something I don't have a problem with, because I don't care about being alone or having peace. I don't mind, because you know what? I always meet new people. Yes, I am married, FFC. I cannot be your whatever you want me to be. Whatever you want me to be, I cannot be it. I'm so sorry. I didn't know people came on the internet to date, especially YouTube Live. You cannot come on YouTube Live to date. Do you know everyone sees my live? Family and friends are probably seeing it, and they know my husband. That is ridiculous. We're having a cordial conversation, and it's okay. Thank you, FFC. I hope you do too. I hope you're having a great night. I hope you're having a great night. Hi, Fire Rasta. You must be in Jamaica. Are you Jamaican, Fire Rasta? You must be Jamaican. You must be Jamaican. I try to be. Yes, I do. I have great kids. I'm surrounded by male energy in my house. All males, males, males. So if you're a female on here, I don't know how much, make sure you get your girl time in. Have fun with your girlfriends. Dress up, put makeup on, get cute, wear your dresses, and have girls' night, because sometimes when you have to raise a family, you can lose sight of that. But don't ever lose yourself being a mom or a dad. You have to get to know yourself. That's one thing I don't understand, people who put that, like they have kids, they have a husband, and then they forget themselves. That will never be me, ever. I'm sorry, kids. I'm sorry to my hub, but I will always come first, and I will always have my own identity out of being a mother and a wife. I'm always Carla. And Carla is not just a mother or wife. I have different attributes and different personality traits about me that I like besides being a mom and a wife. Thank you, FFC. I definitely will protect my children. I was just talking about that. Yep, I keep them close by. You know, you have to keep them close by, guys. You have to keep your children close by, because it's just sick how many people want to hurt kids. There's so much adults here. If you want to have, you know, the word. I can't even say it on here. If you want to do that, go do it with an adult. That you can pay for it. Go pay for it. But why are you abusing the children? They're innocent. They're innocent. I think those people should get life sentences. I'm sorry. Get life sentences. Get life sentences if you want to essay the children. You should not see the light of day because that's inhumane. You're taking away those children innocence. I could never understand how people do that to kids. I'm not going to try to understand because my mind is not the same as theirs. Okay, FFC, it's just so strange. I'm speaking English and you're saying the whole time you're not understanding me. I am so sorry, but hope you have a great night. See you later. I hope you come on again and you can understand me a bit better, or we can translate. I don't speak Turkish, so have a great night. Have a great night. Hi, how are you? My favorite Jamaican artist is called Garnet Silk. So he's not no longer alive. Rest in peace to him. I like Garnet Silk. I like Barry's Hammond. Sometimes I'll listen to the raunchy ones, but not so much. Hi, how are you from Texas? Farad, please don't like and subscribe. That's how you'll see my live. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And guys, I have to end the live here because it's 10 p.m. on the East Coast. And you know what? I have to go to my bed because I have to be up early. my I don't want to have a deep voice. My voice is not, I think it's because I'm coarse. Don't ever say that. But now guys or ladies and gentlemen, yes, he does. He have the best songs. I know his songs are timeless. I do like some of Bob Marley's songs, but he's not my favorite artist. But he have a lot of inspirational songs, which is very, very, very good. I do love that about Bob Marley. But Garnet Silk also have Beyonce have a deep voice too. I think as I get older, like my voice is, it's weird. It's changing as you get older as a female as well. But I had no idea I had a deep voice. I thought my people always say in person that I have a soft spoken voice. So for you guys to say I have a deep voice is weird. In person, I get a different, maybe because I'm on live here. But in person, people always say I have a soft voice, like my voice is soft spoken. Yeah, he was. And you know where he was killed in Jamaica was pretty much close to here. It's close to where I'm from. I'm from Manchester, Jamaica. I think he's from the same place because my mom knew him. Thank you, Ari. Yeah. Thank you because some of the people on here comes on here and say crazy stuff. But I appreciate it. Yeah, because that's what I get in real life. In real life, people tell me my voice is soft. So, yeah, Jamaica is very small, but I have not been through the whole island myself because I left at a very young age. So, I hope one day I'll be able to go through the island myself, like throughout the whole island. I'm from like close to St. Elizabeth, so that is very far. Close to Mandeville, I don't know. Yeah, true. Thank you for watching my stream. I try to come on once a week. Yeah, I love Bears. All his songs are so good. But guys, I have to come off because my phone, the battery is low. I am not offended by the deep voice. It's just shocking sometimes when you say I have a deep voice, when in real life people say I have a soft voice. So I've never gotten the deep voice before, but I just think it's how it's portrayed on through social media, or sometimes I have a hoarse voice. So that may come off as so. But guys, have a good night. Hope to talk to you tomorrow. I will have a topic. But thank you. I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks. I love you guys. Bye. My voice is not coarse. Have a great night, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.